to take a little road trip to the historic town of Jefferson, Texas, and talk about its residents that are no longer alive. This is Hold My Sweet Tea. Hello, I'm Pearl.
And I'm Holly.
And today we're going to road trip it to Texas.
Texas? Texas is a road trip in itself.
Oh my God.
It takes like 10 days to get from one side to the other.
Right.
You're like, is it ever going to end?
It feels like a month.
Yeah.
And then there's so much of that stretch that's nothing.
Nothing.
It's just desolate.
It smells like horse poop and nothing.
And regrets.
And regrets.
Tumbleweeds.
Yep.
And rattlesnakes.
Yep. They're like, oh, look, a rest stop ahead. It's literally a garbage can.
And a picnic
and
table.
A picnic table.
That gives you splinters in your buttocks.
Yes. I'm like, where do I pee? Behind the garbage can.
Right. There's a tumbleweed over there.
Yeah, right.
If you hold it still while you pee. It will It will hide you.
It's tumbling away.
Oh my God.
I'm exposed to the 10,000 18-wheelers going by.
Exactly.
Because there's nothing.
There's nothing. Some broke down, used to be somebody's house. Now it just looks like a lean-to.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yep. Craziness.
This little part of Texas is very close to Louisiana.
Oh, okay.
It's closer to like Shreveport-y area.
Okay.
So it's actually the county seat. Jefferson, Texas is the county seat of Marion County in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
It sits at the junction of U.S. Highway 59 and State Highway 49, right along the Big Cypress Creek and Caddo Lake.
So that's up there where Bonnie and Clyde were...
All the water.
Yeah.
And it's actually named for Thomas Jefferson.
Nice.
Because it was actually founded in the 1840s.
Oh, okay.
By, I have no idea how to say his name, so I'm going to mess it up. It's Alan Urquhart? I don't know. It's Urquhart.
Urquhart?
I don't know.
Maybe
it is Urquhart. Who knows? I don't know. In Daniel Alley. Nice and simple.
Easy peasy.
So, Alan immigrated to Texas from North Carolina, and he owned like what they call a headright on the bend in the creek.
Oh.
So that's where he decides he's going to plan his little town.
Yeah.
Well, Allie, the other guy,
mm-hmm.
Daniel, we'll call him by their first names.
Okay.
So Daniel actually owns what's right next to, like butts up against
mm-hmm.
Alan's stuff. And so he's like, you know what? I'm just going to lay out some additional streets for this. But it's funny because they both design this very differently. So most towns that were planned, they would arrange it so there's like a central square,
mm-hmm.
so your town square,
right,
and then everything else like around it. But Alan decided he's gonna lay this out a little weird, and all of his like streets run strangely, but all lead to the river basically.
Yeah, he wanted a town triangle,
right?
Not a square.
It made it like a weird V instead of a
there
yeah.
We go.
So it was just a weird V.
Yeah,
and Daniel Alley streets
mm-hmm.
were actually like following points on a compass.
Right.
So they both just were winging it, did their own little things and made their roads go all these crazy ways. So this is not your typical town.
Mm-hmm.
It was like really reliant on that river. So it was a big river port, and that's what made it so popular. It's just like all the river traffic. And that kind of caused like some contention when railroads came about. So there's this whole story that Jay Gould, who was a big railroad guy, was like kind of like snubs his nose at this town. He like visits wanting to do the railroad.
Yeah.
But because the guys are like, meh, we've got the river. Who needs a stinking railroad? Noisy trains coming through here. Why? You know? So he's a little irritated and he's like, meh. So there's this rumor, which is not true because this guy couldn't have been there during this time.
Right.
That he literally stayed in the Excelsior Hotel and left like in their little sign-in book that the fact that he was going to deliberately pass this town with his railroad would, quote, be the end of Jefferson.
He was being petty. He was like, I'm going to end you.
So then they say, oh, he put a big curse on the town because of this.
No, you put a curse on your own town. You should have had the railroad come through.
But the thing of it is, like I said, he didn't actually acquire the Texas and Pacific Railroad stuff until like the early 1880s. And he didn't visit the town till like much, much later.
Yeah.
So there's really no real reason for that. But that's how they try to explain the fact that the rise of the railroads leading to the decline of the river traffic did, in fact, have dire results for Jefferson. So they're just kind of blaming it on this. Like, he cursed us.
Right. This is what happened. This is why everything went awry.
And so by like 1885, like there was a steep decline in population. So it had fallen to some like 3,500 people. Like it was a bustling big boom town. And then all of a sudden, boop, 3,500. And that's it. So in the 1930s, they come back a little bit. But by the time we get to like the 1970s, population's back dwindled lower than it was before. So in like the 3,200 range, they're like, well,
it reminds me of Radiator Springs on Cars.
Right. So it's bouncing back and forth. So then it becomes like, I mean, it's not completely deserted, but they're still kind of referencing Jefferson as a ghost town because there's a lot of dang buildings for not a lot of people.
Right.
So a lot of stuff is empty. It's very historic. Everything that's there is like old. All the, like the hotels, the churches, they're like all just really old. But there's been like a push, I guess, to kind of bring it back. They have like festivals that include like reenactments of the Diamond Bessie murder trial.
Oh. Instead of Civil War reenactments, they have murder trial reenactments.
They have murder trial.
Hey, I like it.
Reenactments.
Let's go.
And just so everybody's aware, Diamond Bessie was born Ann Stone, and she was murdered in January of 1877 in Jefferson, Texas.
So she changed her own name?
Well, you know everybody has prostitutes.
Right? Oh, she's like, I ain't no stone. I'm a diamond.
I'm Diamond Bessie. So, yeah, she was like, I guess that was her play on the
Yeah.
stone, was the Diamond Bessie.
Yeah.
But she was actually, before all of that,
Mhm.
a successful shoe dealer in Syracuse, New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But she then became the mistress of a man.
It's always a man that takes you down.
His last name was Moore. That's all the info I have on him. But she was only 15
Oof.
when that happened.
And she was a shoe dealer.
And
Like,
a
that's
shoe
crazy.
dealer.
Like, yeah, because they were like 7 years old out there getting careers and stuff.
It is alleged that Bessie, once this guy was gone, because her association with him did not last long,
Mm-hmm.
she was a prostitute in Cincinnati, New Orleans.
She traveled.
And Hot Springs.
She's like, this sounds like a good place. Hot Springs.
Yeah.
So she was just like, I'm going to travel around and be a lady of the night.
But she meets Abraham Rothschild.
Oh, Rothschild.
He's like the son of a Cincinnati jeweler.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's where she got.
And he's like a traveling salesman for his father's business. So, but they're saying, she went from being with that man to becoming a prostitute. Then she meets this Rothschild person. Somehow or another, they're cahooting.
Mm-hmm.
So they travel together. They're not married. They're in cahoots.
Mm-hmm.
But they travel as if they are indeed husband and wife, but they are not.
Oh.
Is what I wrote that.
As he's traveling,
wrong.
He's like, oh, this is my wife. Yeah.
But they're not. So on the Sunday morning after their arrival in Jefferson, Rothschild bought 2 lunches for a picnic from Henrique's restaurant. And the couple were seen disappearing into the fog.
Ooh.
As they crossed the bridge that went across the Big Cypress Creek. Now, they say that Abe came back to town that afternoon on a different path and is seen just going about his day, running his errands, doing whatever it is that he's doing. And when they ask him about his quote-unquote wife, old Diamond Bessie, he says she's in the country visiting friends and that she'd meet him on Tuesday morning just in time to leave town.
Yeah.
Tuesday morning, the staff of the Brooks house where they were staying found room number 4 empty. And Abe was gone. They said he left town alone on Tuesday morning on an eastbound train with all the luggage. All the luggage. There was like a really bad snowstorm and a bunch of other bad weather. But when it warmed up, Sarah King, while out looking for firewood, found the body of a well-dressed woman without her jewelry near a twisted oak.
Bro, your dad is a diamond jeweler. Why are you taking her jewelry for?
Yeah.
Maybe he gave her the jewelry, so he had to take it back so it didn't look like,
Right. So it took a long time, but they extradited him back and he went to trial, but the trial became very notorious. And now all of the hotels in the
Mhm.
area are said to be haunted.
Nice.
Now, is it Diamond Bessie? Or is it some other stuff?
Who knows?
Who really knows?
Maybe her spectral self went back to the hotel to find her stuff and it wasn't there. So she's like, I'm haunting this.
Right. Right. So the Jefferson Hotel that was initially built in 1851 used to be a warehouse that supported the cotton industry. And during Prohibition, this hotel also hosted a secret speakeasy called the Crystal Palace.
Love it. Love it. I would have went there.
So a lot of people have traveled through Jefferson, obviously. And they say that one of the better known ghosts
Mhm.
that they see is called the Vanishing Man.
Oh.
Just about every guest who stays in the hotel sees him somewhere, encounters him one way or another. They say that he wears a long black trench coat and is known to randomly appear in the hotel rooms and stare at guests before disappearing.
Be like, sir, stop staring at me.
And then some guests say that you can actually follow him, but typically he'll vanish around a corner.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll go around that corner and there's
he's
nothing.
Gone. Yeah.
There are supposed spirits of the, quote, mill children. And these are two young boys that worked in the hotel, but they worked there while it was a cotton mill / warehouse. And they say that the kids work themselves to death.
I believe it because they probably pushed them to work themselves to death.
So now they're attached to this hotel for eternity because why wouldn't they still be working?
Right.
So they say they see them and they're usually like laughing and joking in the halls. So these are like a happy-go-lucky set of ghosts. They say that room 19 is probably the most haunted room in the entire hotel. And it is haunted by a spirit of a teenage girl named Judy. Big booty Judy.
Big booty Judy. I was just about to say, did she have big booty?
She's another prostitute left over
from
from the hotel's bordello days.
Ah. So are they marketing this town as a haunted town? Because I would so go there.
So here's the thing. They have another hotel that is also said to be haunted. However, the people that own it now don't want you to talk to them about that. They don't want that to be the reputation of their hotel, the Excelsior, the other one. So you can't go in there and ask them about it. However, there are ghost tours in the town.
Got it. Okay.
Just like New Orleans, they will take you everywhere you want to go. There are people who do their own little stuff at night inside that hotel because obviously they're not allowed to talk about it.
Yes.
But they'll do their own little investigation in their rooms, and in any videos or anything like that get uploaded to YouTube all the time. The Jefferson Hotel is eating it up.
Oh,
they're just like, yeah, we're haunted. Yeah. Their hotel actually has its own YouTube page where you can upload your experiences.
See, that's what I'm saying. Market that because
you guys can go hit
YouTube
YouTube and find the Jefferson Hotel in Jefferson, Texas, and people have uploaded. There's some creepy stuff on there, so people have uploaded stuff. But yeah,
you'll have to put that link in the notes because I'm gonna go look it up today.
Yeah. But it's like Big Booty Judy. It says that she was stabbed to death and left to die in the bathtub.
Oh, shoot.
So she's usually seen in the bathroom mirror.
That reminds me of 13 Ghosts.
And she'll write her name and leave messages asking for help in the steam.
Ah.
The Jefferson Hotel actually has its own Book of the Dead where guests write down any haunted experiences they might have.
I love
so that future guests can read it.
Eat that up. Yes.
And that's why I said they actually are eating it up. So you could be in the town and see Diamond Bessie, who died there, was killed by her husband, had the crazy trial go on. Or, well, her fake husband.
Yeah.
Or you can go visit this hotel that's had a lot of death and
Yeah.
apparently has a lot of ghostesses
Mm-hmm.
in there. They have, like I said, the other hotel that they keep trying to say, oh, we're not. We're
Right.
not. But the other hotel was, I think, a little more upscale. So maybe that's why. They've had prominent guests over time like Oscar Wilde, Ulysses S. Grant, Steven Spielberg. He spent a few nights there. And they're actually saying that Spielberg's movie Poltergeist
Well,
was
hello.
inspired by the hotel.
Yeah.
And they say that he woke up to the ghost of a young boy who asked him if he'd like to have breakfast. They said that Spielberg actually checked out early.
He's like, check, please.
It said on this other hotel that there is a headless man who roams the second floor. And he just kind of carries his head around with his hands.
Oh, okay. So I was going to say, is he looking for his head, like feeling around?
Yeah. And then there's apparently a ghost of a woman dressed in all black carrying her baby. So some people hear babies crying when there are no babies. And of course, more murdered prostitutes roam the hotel. So, the Diamond Bessie rumor relates to here.
Yeah.
And it says that, her body is found in the nearby forest and her spirit now lives in the hotel where she stays. And, looking for all her jewelry and everything else that she lost in the murder. I can't imagine why she would be looking for a diamond necklace. I'd be looking for his ass.
Right. Where's he at?
Where is he? There are obviously historic homes built there. They have one called the Grove. That's a historic Victorian home that was built in 1860s. Also considered one of the most haunted places in Texas. And it says that the first residents to report crazy stuff happening in the home was T.C. Burks. And he moved in 1882 and moved his family right back out a few months later.
He's like, nope, not for me.
He wasn't specific about why. He just kept telling everybody that we can't live here.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm not going to tell you why because I don't want to be seen as crazy.
Right.
But we can't live here. And so a family called the Youngs moved in after the Burks, and they were a young African-American couple. They were actually born into slavery, but moved to Jefferson once they were freed. So their son, James, actually committed suicide on the back porch. Oof. And he hung himself there. And then his sister takes over the house because his parents either passed on the parents passed away, and then the sister took over the house. And while she feels like she was initially comfortable there, it just became a very uncomfortable space. And so many other residents are saying the same stuff she did. Yeah. Lights would turn on by themselves. You always felt like somebody was in the house with you, but there was no one there. You could hear footsteps and the sounds of doors opening and closing while you're in bed. And I mean, who wants to go look for that? Right. And then other people who lived in the house after that report glowing white figures of a woman walking around the house and sitting on the porch. They say you can watch her walk through walls. That they feel like the house has been remodeled so many times. They feel like these are where she's walking through would have been an old entrance.
An old doorway that was
or
something
boarded up or whatever that has become a wall. And They try to say that they think that it may be the ghost of the very original owner when it was first built.
Yeah.
And her name was Minerva.
Minerva.
Fox.
You know,
Stilly.
I have a friend who she has a rat as a pet, and she named her Minerva.
Oh my goodness.
And she treats her like her child.
Yeah, so I say if you guys want to find a whole entire town where you can just go and do ghost hunting in the entire town,
Heck
because it sounds like every place,
Mm-hmm.
the woods are haunted, but everywhere.
Right.
So that would be the place to go.
Yeah. Sounds like a cool place.
Go hit up the haunted Jefferson Hotel and see if you can catch furniture moving by itself, growls out of nowhere, flickering lights.
The growls out of nowhere would be me. I'm trying to sleep here. Keep it down.
I'm like, there's literally someone who wrote an entire article about how they will never rent a room there because there have been, when they watched all these YouTube videos, there were too many, quote, shit your pants moments.
Oh my God.
So go check out the YouTube page of the Jefferson Hotel.
Yep, absolutely.
And if you guys want to know more about Diamond Bessie, there's like a whole thing on her too, because that was a big deal for them. That was like a big, big trial. So
neat.
Yep.
I like it.
So there you have it.
With some good history.
Jefferson, Texas. Haunted. And and I mean, so I guess that was their little play on words with Ghost Town, because they say that about it because it's less populated, but also it's apparently only less populated by people who are actually in the realm of the living.
Right. It is heavily populated
with the ghostesses.
Yep.
It is spirit riddled. So.
Yep. You know who is not spirit riddled?
Patty Salzetta.
That's right.
She's too cool for ghosts.
That's right. But she's not too cool for creating our theme music.
No. She made our theme music really cool because she is in fact cool. Yep. Our daily dose of weird Patty stuff. Yeah. She's probably like, y'all, get it together.
She loves it. I know it.
So message us.
Yeah.
If you've ever been to Jefferson, Texas.
Absolutely. Let us know.
Maybe you're from there. Maybe you live there now.
Yeah.
Message us.
Maybe you drove through there and was like, you know what? This looks like a really cool place to stay. And you stayed there and you were like, hells to the no.
Yeah. Tell us about it. We want to know.
Yep.
You can send us an email, holdmysweetteapodcast@gmail.com. Or you can message us on social media. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram.
All the things you scroll on daily.
YouTubies. You can even message us on your listening platform.
Yeah. You're on Spotify and you're like, you know what? I like this. And you can just hit that little button and message us right there. Or give us a like.
Clickety click.
So easy while you're listening.
Yep.
You got your phone in your hand anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We live on those damn things.
Yep. Exactly.
So
there you one go. Little click, you're clicking on, you're liking that video with the dancing dog. Like you can definitely like our podcast.
You are literally a click away from making our day.
That's right.
Do it.
I love that. And as always, Hold My Sweet Tea is a Drunken Bee production. Bzz. And you guys remember to stay safe out there. And just because we're dipping doesn't mean you can't keep sipping.
Bye.